Your forecast first from KARK4.
Well, only in Arkansas can you say low to mid-90s is cooler, but it certainly felt that way today with the humidity a little bit lower and temperatures a little bit lower. It didn't feel so awful outside like it did Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And overnight tonight, with that drier air continuing to move in, we're going to be pretty comfortable, mid-60s to low 70s across North Arkansas, and generally low and a couple of mid-70s central and south. Right here in Little Rock, your forecast first calls for a mostly sunny day for your Thursday. We're going to start it at 71 and top it out in the low to mid-90s. KARK4 News at 10 starts right now.
Now, from the station you count on for local news that matters, this is KARK4 News at 10.
An hours-long standoff continues tonight in Philadelphia. 6 officers shot, 1 man not giving in to authorities. This has been dragging out throughout the day. Thanks for joining us at 10, everybody. I'm Bob Clausen.
And I'm Ashley Ketz. The streets are still blocked off in one Philadelphia neighborhood tonight. This is more than 5 hours since the first shots rang out. The suspect still armed inside a building. Here's NBC's Ron Allen with the latest tonight.
Shots fired inside.
An extremely tense standoff playing out in Philadelphia late today. Dozens of Philadelphia police converge on a house. Frantic police radio calls.
I got an officer shot at this location in the leg.
An officer pleading for everything you've got.
I'm still ringing off. Give me SWAT ASAP. Long gun ASAP.
The suspect firing. Officers taking cover behind vehicles. SWAT teams on the scene.
Be advised, we're still pinned down inside this location.
At one point, police were seen rushing an unknown person into a vehicle, then speeding away. The confrontation quickly escalating. Reports of 2, then 4, then 5 officers shot and wounded. 1 shot in the head, all expected to survive. Terrified residents in the neighborhood looking on in horror.
They started shooting out and everyone started running, all police, everyone. They started barricading everything at once.
Nearby Temple University warning students, seek shelter, secure doors, be silent. Subway and bus service in the area stopped as this violent situation continued to unfold.
2 officers who were in the building have managed to get out. All 6 of the officers were shot or been released from the hospital. Good news there. The 7th officer was injured in an accident responding to the scene. KARK is still following this story for you tonight. You can stay with us on air and online, of course, at KARK.com, where we update that continuously.
And tonight's shooting, just the latest in a string of them over the past few weeks. First, there was Gilroy, California, then El Paso, Texas, followed just hours later by Dayton, Ohio. In all, more than 30 lives were lost. The mass shooting in Dayton happened on a weekend near a popular nighttime strip. And
the recent violence across the country has people talking about Little Rock's nightlife, specifically the new entertainment district set to launch in more than a week right now. KARK's Mitch McCoy joining us now live in the River Market tonight with how police are preparing to keep everyone safe in that what will soon be a rather popular area. Mitch?
Yeah, Bob and Ashley, good evening to you. Those recent shootings, including that one in Dayton, Ohio, has Little Rock police officers meeting right now to reinforce its security plan for here in the River Market. All of this while the city prepares to kick off its entertainment district, which will allow people to go from bar to bar, drinking alcohol publicly on the street. Well, the sun sets on Little Rock's River Market, safety becomes front and center.
There's more people out here.
Corey Gray is visiting the River Market. He says it's important for Little Rock police to have a safety plan in place ahead of next Friday, the first night the entertainment district kicks off.
Alcohol is kind of a dangerous thing, especially when you're in public, so it's important that we know the people around here feel safe.
The entertainment district allows people over 21 to openly drink alcoholic beverages in approved cups with a wristband on President Clinton Avenue between Cumberland and the Interstate 30 overpass during certain hours on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and on certain holidays.
I think the entertainment district here is going to be unique.
Little Rock Police Lieutenant Cody Miller is in charge here in the River Market. He says the River Market will have an appropriate number of officers along President Clinton Avenue.
On each and every corner, but not to the point to where people feel alarmed that maybe we have too much of a presence.
Officers say if the crowds get too large, an option would be to close President Clinton Avenue.
It would help to shut down the roads, and I mean, it would help to have more officers out here just watching and making sure people are being safe.
Gray hopes people use common sense as the city and River River Market begin a new era. There are 13 bars or restaurants participating in the entertainment district. Some of those include Sunny Williams. We're standing in front of that restaurant now. Willie D's, Ernie Big, some of the nightlife hot spots as well. That is where you can get one of your wristbands and one of those approved cups. You can get a full list of where the entertainment district will take place and where you can get a wristband and an approved cup at our website. That list is available at KARK.com. We're live in the River Market. Mitch McCoy, KARK 4 News.
All right, Mitch, thanks very much. Little Rock is the most recent city in Arkansas to establish an entertainment district. The first was Mountain Home in Baxter County, followed by El Dorado. Nearby Memphis, Tennessee is also home to an entertainment district.
Surgical operations at the Little Rock VA are on hold this week as part of what they're calling a quality safety and value stand down. No surgeries will be performed through Friday. Officials hope the cease in operations will help refocus the surgical staff. Surgeries scheduled during this time have either been rescheduled or comped by the VA to be performed elsewhere. In a statement released by the medical center director, reading in part, anytime we are concerned that we're not performing at our highest level, we take a step back, reset, and refocus our efforts. And I believe that we are doing the right thing to ensure we're providing the highest standard of care our veterans deserve and expect from us. Meanwhile, struggling rural hospitals around the country are struggling to get a lifeline from the federal government. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services has approved a plan to provide billions in funding. In the last decade, more than 100 hospitals in rural areas have closed their doors. Lawmakers and federal Medicare officials hope the changes will help stop the bleed. Seema Verma, the administrator of CMS, blames a flaw in the formula Medicare uses to pay the hospitals.
It is based on wages, and so wages in urban areas tend to be higher, and so then every year the higher wage hospitals were getting more and more, and it was just creating a larger and larger disparity.
A new CMS rule taking effect October 1st will change the formula to increase payments to rural hospitals. Tuesday was day one of the new school year for the North Little Rock School District, and already transportation troubles have some parents concerned, and now involving more help from police. An email from Assistant Chief Tracy Ralston to all school resource officers this morning asks that they all stay on campus until 5 p.m. They say they want to explain that patrol officers spent more than 2 hours Tuesday dealing with missing children, mostly from the middle school. One parent we spoke to said that the bus would often miss picking up his student either at home or at the high school last year, and he had higher hopes for this time around.
She calls in a panic because, once again, the bus isn't there. She had to walk to Lehman Library because that was the only safe spot that she could go to that had air conditioning.
The school district, well aware of all this, acknowledging this on Tuesday, saying in a statement, this is the result of increased traffic and new routes. We make adjustments when needed to be efficient. We ask for your patience and understanding during this time.
The Arkansas State Racing Commission is set to meet Thursday, and one thing that will most likely be discussed, the future of a casino in Pope County. On Tuesday night, the Pope County Quorum Court voted to support the Cherokee Nation's Legends Casino. Legends Casino has expressed interest in building just north of Interstate 40 between Alaskan Trail and Ware Road. A business owner close to that area says he's looking forward to the new proposal.
The flow of people that comes through, and everybody needs a mechanic.
Still, not everyone is happy with the choice. Casino groups have released comparisons of their plan to the Cherokee Nation's plan. We've posted those comparisons to our website. You can just go there right now at KARK.com.
We are your local election headquarters. Steve Womack, U.S. Representative for Arkansas's 3rd District, now with some competition for his seat. Democrat Celeste Williams is a nurse practitioner from Bella Vista. She is seeking to unseat Mr. Womack in 2020. Williams' platform is focused on improved infrastructure, creating jobs, and fair trade agreements. Womack was first elected in 2010 and was re-elected in November.
Rockabilly, some might call it the southern heartbeat of rock and roll, but a plan to honor it in Arkansas will no longer be denied.
How the beat is being memorialized for all to hear by those who are rooted in its beginnings. Coming up.
Shows here going to zip code 72632, which is incorrect. It should be 72631.
So what's the problem? A big mail mix-up going on for years could have medical consequences. One man says it sure delivers the headaches to his house.
And just in case you were wondering, today is what August is supposed to feel like. not 90s to near 100 on the thermometer, and heat index values running up to 115 to 120. In Little Rock, 93 the high, which is our average for this time of year. Heat index topping out right around 100, which is what we'd expect. A lot more tolerable than the past couple of days. We'll let you know how much longer this tolerable weather will stick around in just a couple minutes.
You're watching KARK4 News at 10 with Ashley Katz, Bob Clausen, Chief Meteorologist Keith Monahan, and Drew Ayman with your Pig Trail Nation report.